Usual, finding our length here first, avoiding any dog toys on the ground here. I'm gonna toss that out of the way. All right. Okay, we'll get the legs and the arms going as I find my camera angle here too. This is the usual shenanigans to find the camera angle. Okay, we'll get a couple of movements here with the feet. Let's go forward with the march here first. And then we'll go back. Okay, one more forward and back. Coming back to center position, we'll add the arms in here. We'll go up with the arms towards the ceiling after. And then down, finding that comfortable range for the shoulders, making sure that we're not in any tension or pain in the shoulders off the bat. Okay, fantastic. Let's keep the legs going here. Let's add in a new movement. Let's go open with the arms and close with the arms. You can tap the shoulders in the center. Okay, fantastic. I know all of our music's beats might be a little bit off here, but that's okay. Coming back to a march, we're going to go into a step touch next. So with our step touch, if we know what this one is, it's our step to the side and return. Okay, just like before, we can get the arms involved here too. Let's go up with the arms again. Up towards the ceiling and then down. Okay, we look good. We'll keep going, couple more reps here, and then we'll take it into a new movement. Just to build off the step touch a little bit. We'll take it into a double step touch. When we are ready, okay, let's go two to the one side. 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Just like before, we can add the movement of the arms in. Let's add a pull, pull both arms, pull and pull. Like we're pulling ourselves with a rope to the side. Okay, perfect. We will keep on going with this pull, and then we're going to make it a little more fancy after. Okay, continuing with the double step touch. Let's add in a new movement for the arm. One arm to the side, one arm to the other side. Good, so we're opening up the shoulders here a little bit. Double step, double step. Okay, come back to your march after this next one. Okay, coming back to the march. I can't see what I wrote. I can't. All right, there we go. Coming back to the march, we're going to go heel taps next, or heel digs. In front, we go heel, 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 and heel. With each heel, we can add a push down. Okay, great. Keep the heels going, keep the arms going. We can change that heel movement into a toe, toe, and toe. Arms keep going. Okay, pushing down, getting the wrist warmed up here a little bit with that push. You can go wrist circle, push, push. Okay, fantastic. Coming back to our march, we're going to go into, keep forgetting what I wrote, and it's really tiny. I should open this up. We're going to take it into some forward backward movement next. So on the beat, we're going to step with the right forward. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, toe tap. 1, 2, 3, backwards, toe tap. 1, 2, 3, toe. 1, 2, 3, toe. Okay, great. Let's change it to heel here. So we'll go heel tap in the front, heel tap in the back, heel, heel. All right, we'll keep going. Awesome. Coming back to our march after this next one. And then we'll take it into our hamstring curls. We'll do a step curl and add in our arm movements forward and backwards here. Heels coming up towards the glute. The song is going to change here. It might be a slow transition, but we'll keep going with the pace. It's a slower song, so I'm going to need to find the beat again. Okay, while we're transitioning here in the song, let's add in a push and a pull. A push and a pull. Okay, good. Push and pull. We'll keep on going. Okay, next movement coming up. We're going to add in a knee tap. Okay, we'll get ready for this. Hands are together to start in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands together. We'll tap and tap. It's a slower song, so we can slow this down a little bit here, which means we bounce a little bit longer on one leg at a time, which is always fun for balance. Let's make it a little bit harder. Open up those hands. We'll do a push down. Push and push. Push and push. All right, hopefully the dog doesn't migrate over here again. Okay, we can add in some more movement for the arms. You can go up with the arms. Let's get the heart rate up a little bit more. As long as those shoulders are fine. 4, 3, 2. Take it back down to your march. Woo! And then we'll take a little breather here. We'll take it into our mobility work coming up next. So stay in center. We can take the feet down, all the way down. Side lunge to that left side. Side lunge. We can add that reach in. Nice stretch of the inner thigh. And then come back. Side lunge, reach, and then come back. Good. As we do this, we're hinging the hips back as usual. Making sure that we're not going out of alignment here. Hips back, stack still, and then we're up. We'll go for about one more on each of the sides. And then right after this, we'll get the hamstrings warmed up a little bit. Standing tall, hamstring sweep. That means one leg's underneath us, heels in front of us, knees are soft. We'll go up and back with the arms, open up the chest, hinge the hips back, sweep towards that shin, and then reset, arms up back, sweep towards that shin as we shift the hips back and keep the knees soft. So we should be feeling that nice stretch in the back side of the leg, maybe a little bit of calf too. Two really hot spots here. And we open up the chest too to get that stretch in the chest. Finish off with one more on this side. And then right after, we'll do the second side, about 6 to 8 reps on the second side here too. Okay, other leg forward, heel light, leg underneath us, leg is heavy. We go up, back, sweep, and down. Perfect. Okay, so far so good. We're getting that nice stretch in the back of the leg. We'll go for our last 3, 2, and then after our last one, we'll stand tall. We'll get the ankles a little bit warmer here. Standing tall, finding our stacked feet are directly underneath us. We'll go outside border feet and roll towards inside border of the feet. So what I'm doing with my hands, what I'm doing with my feet, roll outside, roll inside. So you should feel a little bit of a stretch happening on the lateral side, outside side of the ankles. And then as you roll to the inside, you're going to feel a little bit of a stretch on the inside side of the ankle. Okay, couple reps here. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then after this last one, we will add in another ankle movement, windshield wipers with the toes. So heels are staying on the ground. We're going to pivot over to one direction with the toes and then the other. So we're kind of doing a windshield wiper, even though it's not really a windshield wiper, with the toes. Hips are staying mostly forward here. As we lift and wipe, those tops of the feet are going to feel it. We'll go for a few more. For 4, 3, 2, and then after our last one, ooh, a little lost my balance there. I'm wearing socks, so it's slippery. We're going to take it onto the wall next. On the wall, we're going to go into our tippy toe calf raise exercise. So what this is going to look like, either step back. You can add in a lunge down here. We're going to come up on the one leg, tippy toe up, drive the knee forward, and then come back down, stay on the same side. We're going to go step back, knee up, tiptoe, hands on the wall here to give us some good support. That calf and that foot should be pretty fired up from this one. Okay, great. Well, won't go too crazy with this, so we'll end off with 2 more reps. And then 1 more. And then switch over to the other side, about 6 reps on this other side here too. So when you step back from that wall, we do want to make sure we can keep nice and tall through the spine. So that means we might have to take the hands away from the wall temporarily. We should be stable here for the most part. And then it's on that tippy toe where we use the wall where we need the most support. So when we step away from that wall, pretty stable here. When we come up, that's when we're going to hit the hands on the wall for sure. All right, last 2. And then after our last one, we'll take it into some shoulder movements to warm the shoulder up. So there's 2 options here. We can either stay on the wall. We're doing our shoulder cars, which means controlled articular rotation of that shoulder joint. You can either have one hand on your wall or you can go down to tabletop, the usual here. You can have one hand coming in front, fingertips are on the wall in front of you. We'll go up with the arm. As we go up, we're going to translate back behind us, but as we do that, we get stuck here. So we have to get the thumb rotated in and then palm towards the back side of the wall to finish that movement. End off on that end position there. Don't go all the way around though, because then we're going to reverse it. So it's kind of like I would say, I always use the word semicircle, but it's kind of like 3/4 of a circle here, where we're going back behind us, rotating the thumb in, palm towards backside wall, fingers long, and then tracing that same circle back. You got it, Jenny? Yep. Good. End in that back position. And then we rotate back. Yep, there it is. We'll finish off with 1 more. And then after that last rep, we switch it over to the other side. Good. Same exact thing. So we'll stand on that wall again. Start in a handshake position, fingers long. We're going to go up and around. I'm going to kneel down so you can see this a little bit better. We're going to go up and around. Thumb rotates inwards here. We're going to go down. Fingertips point down towards the ground. Thumb is inward towards me. Palm is backside room. There we go. And then we reverse back. There we go. So what we're doing is we're going into internal rotation at the very end range of motion. So that means the shoulder rotates inward at the end, at the backwards position. There we go. One more. All right. Great. After this last one, we shake the shoulders out. We're going to finish off on the ground in tabletop. So in tabletop, we'll transition nice and slow, joining the dog on the floor. In tabletop, 2 movements. First movement is going to be a modified cat-cow. So for a modified cat-cow, we're going to shift the hips back. We have pretty much no weight, I would say 10% weight in the hands, but you should be able to lift the hands off the ground there. We're going to take a nice breath in, exhale, and slowly round the back to a limited motion here. We're getting movement, but we're not going to end range. It's a very small round, and then we take a breath in, very small arch. So the goal is movement, but not pushing to end range here. We don't want to compress the vertebrae too much, but the spine is meant to move. So that's why we're adding this movement in. All right, very gentle here. Okay, we'll go for 2 more. Breath in, chest forward. Eyes can go up a little bit here. Exhale, we round, eyes down towards belly button. And then finishing off with our last one. We can come back to tabletop afterwards. All right, and Jenny, it being your first class, we always end up the warm-up with a plank. So we're going to do a 15-second plank all together. We're going to set up on the elbows on the ground, the hips on the ground, and the toes at the ready. Okay, it's just 15 seconds. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Leg squeeze, breath in, exhale, push that ground away and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now keep going. 10 for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Knees lower. We walk the knees in afterwards. Woo! Come up to tabletop. Recalibrate. Kneeling, recalibrate, come up to standing afterwards. And then we will start our first circuit afterwards, which we will need 1 moderate weight for. Or you can optionally use 2 weights for the first one, but I'll explain afterwards. We're going for 2 45-second intervals. For the first 45-second interval, it's a reverse lunge that we're starting with. So one hand is on something to hang on to. The other hand is going to hold our weight. Same leg on the side of the weight as the leg we're stepping back on. Boom. Down nice and slow. And then we're coming back up. Step back, slow down, and then all the way up. So 45 seconds here. Right afterwards, after 15-second breather, the weight's in the one hand still here. We can take it into a single arm row position, either hand on the knee or hand on something in front of us, and then same weight, single arm row. So we have single leg lunge, single arm row on the one side, and then we're doing the other side after. 45 and 45. Whew. If you want to use 2 weights for the lunge and 2 weights for the row, you're more welcome to do that. Because I know you like to doing the double arm row, Nancy, so that's another option if you want. All right. Here we go. Starting with the lunge, holding on to something here because we're focused on force production, not balance just yet. In 3, 2, and then 1. Breath in. We step back. Take that lunge down. Exhale, and then step forward. So we are focusing on getting full range on each of our lunges. Yep, nice job, Jenny. Focusing on really getting our knees to bend within reason here. We're aiming for the depth. We're not aiming for pain in the knees. Never pain. All right, we look at staying on the same side, feeling that burn in the same glutes and that same quad. Okay, 10 seconds to go. Then we have a little break coming up. Continue to breathe. Exhale on the stand. Last rep, 4 seconds. 3, 2, and then 1. We have a breather. Weight stays in the same hand here. We're going to set up in our single arm row position. So single arm row position, hand on something in front or the leg. Find your hinge, heavy front leg, long arm to start. In 3, 2, And then one breath in, we exhale, we drive the elbow towards the hip. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drive elbow towards hip. Inhale, lengthen. Nice. All right, Nancy's adding a special finisher part of the arms here as well. Yeah, go for it, Nancy. Nancy's doing some tricep work, which is also a good option too. Double whammy here for the arms. Nice job, Jenny. Good rows. Okay, we got 15 seconds left, so continue on with your rows. If you want to make it a little harder, we can do one or two things. We can squeeze a little harder and longer at the top of the position, or you can add in a little pulse there too, if you like. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have a breather here. 15 seconds off. Woo! And then we're going to do the other side. So other side, weights in the other hand. We step back on the other leg in our lunge. Okay. Holding on to our wall or our chair. We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 breath in. Step back. We lunge down. Exhale. We stand. Very nice. If you can return that foot up towards that same standing position. This allows us to get full extension of the leg that is working through the glute here. So when we get that foot back up to standing position, we can get a little bit more range at the top of the lunge, as opposed to a split squat, for example. We're kind of stuck in a flexed hip position. Okay, great. Good. Find that height at the very top of our position as well. So right after you finish that lunge, as you stand up, tall, 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 think tall thoughts. Okay, last rep. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We breathe here. Weight stays in the same hand. We find our position for single arm rows again. Long through the weighted arm, other hands on something in front or on the leg. Okay, hinging the hips back. We'll go in 3, 2, and 1. Breath in, lengthen, exhale, row. Breath in, exhale, and row. All right, we're good. Let's keep it going. Okay, great. And we're really focusing on the end position of the elbow. So elbow, we want to make sure the elbow comes up towards that hip level, or at least close to the hip. It doesn't have to be totally sandwiched towards us necessarily, but we do want to have it at the hip level. Nice, Nancy. Nice, Jenny. All right, well, keep it going. A couple more reps to go. Okay, perfect. We finish off. Let's get a little extra squeeze at the top for the last couple of seconds. So hard extra squeeze at the top. 5 seconds, last reps. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we rest here. Perfect. Little breather. Okay, water break here. Definite water break here. Or whatever beverage you have on deck. All right, we breathe. And then we're doing that one more time. So round 2 coming up, same exact thing. And then we're going to move on towards some more hinges and another upper body exercise after. So I don't know if you noticed there's like a lower upper body combo. That's going to be the same thing for the next circuit too. All right, back to that first side again. First side again. Lunges one more time. Weights on that first side hand. We're going to step back. Okay, hand on that wall. In 3, 2, and 1. Breath in. We step back. Find that toe position, lunge down, comfortable depth there. Exhale, stand tall. If you want to make it harder, when you step back, you can add in, at the bottom of your lunge, a quarter rep. So we have some more tension in that front leg. And you can exhale, stand. Or you can add in 2 quarter reps at the bottom. Or you can add in 3. Totally up to you. I will preface before doing that we are doing a leg finisher after this, though, after the other circuit. That's just to let you know what's coming up so we don't overdo it for the legs off the bat. All right, good. Last reps. Good, 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, stand. Find your single arm row position. Same side arm. Yep, weight doesn't go anywhere. All right, find your stable, firm hand on that surface in front of you. In 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen first, breath in, exhale, row. All right, great. And we're going to stay aware of what's happening at that shoulder of that rowing arm, making sure the shoulder, the first thing that wants to, or we want to prevent the first thing from wanting to happen is a shrug. No shrug, elbow back, shoulder blade back. There we go. Okay, rows are fantastic. Tricep extensions are fantastic too. We keep on going. Okay, now knowing that the rows are maybe not hard enough, well, let's add in a couple of pulses at the very end range here. So bring your weight up towards end position. Add in a pulse, a pulse, a pulse, a pulse. Keep going. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Or do the same thing on the other side after. Whew. Breather here. And then we're on to the other side lunges coming up. It's a little longer rest here. Shake it out. Grab water if we need. Second side lunges. Okay, hand on the wall if we need the wall there. We'll take a step back on the other leg and weights in the other hand. In 3, 2, and 1. Step back, lunge down. And then stand. All right, we will keep on going. Awesome. All right, yeah, we're going to be careful of what happens to the hip and the knee here as well. We're aware of what's happening in terms of keeping the alignment in center, not letting the hip or the knee stray from our normal tracking positions. So knee tracking over toe 2, hip stays in line with that knee 2. Nice, Nancy. All righty, 10 seconds to go. Last reps to finish off strong. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. We stand tall. Little breather here. And then single arm rows on this side. We're going to end off this round the same way we did in the last round too. Find your stance. Find your support either on leg or in front of you. Okay, in 3, 2, and 1. Breath and lengthen. Exhale, row. Perfect. Okay, we got it. Let's keep it going. Good, I want to make sure that our hinge position is relatively hingy here as well. So you want to stay heavy on that front foot, a little bit lighter on that back foot, and then whatever surface we have our hand in is pretty heavy here too. Hand is heavy. Okay, last little bit. We come up to the end range here. Let's get those pulses going. And pulse, pulse. 15 seconds. Well, less than that, sorry. A little less than that actually. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! We have a rest. Okay. All right. Hopefully now we're close to a 10 out of 10, maybe 7 out of 10 in terms of intensity. 7, maybe 6. Yeah, somewhere there. Maybe 8. Intensity-wise, 7 to 8 out of 10 maybe. Yeah. Maybe too easy for you, Nancy. All right, we'll breathe here. Second circuit, we're going to be doing 3 45-second intervals instead because we have a single-sided exercise coming up. We're going to take it on to a single leg deadlift. So we have weight in one hand. Definitely hang on to something for this one here. Leg on the same side as that weight is bent to start. We're going to hinge through the one leg and exhale to stand. Hip leg goes back, hip hinge, and then stand. So we're in a lot of stretch at that bottom position there. Definitely hold on to something for this. Can't emphasize that enough. One leg 45, other leg 45, and then we do some wall push-ups afterwards. Okay, hang on to something here. Weights on one side, bent leg on that same side. In 3, 2, and then 1. We hinge that hip, and we exhale to stand tall. Nice job, Jenny. Yep. Good. Keeping that arm with the weight nice and relaxed, or nice and straight. It doesn't have to be completely relaxed. We want to lengthen through that arm. Perfect. So this is one of my favorite hamstring and glute exercises. I think Nancy will attest to this too because we see these a lot. Okay. Perfect. And that big toe, we want that big toe to stay pretty firm on that ground there too. That's what's going to give us a good footing, good foundation, good root. Okay. Exhaling on that up. Inhaling as we go down or hinge back. Last 4, 3, 2, and after that last 1, we stand tall, 15 seconds off. Weight goes into the other hand. We're just doing the other leg right now. So other hand, and we switch sides. I realized I put this painting up the other day and I realized this is where I put my hand usually, so it wasn't the best place for this, but that's okay. Leg is behind us here. Here we go, hinge in 3, 2, and 1. We hinge the hip back, exhale and stand tall. And then for any hinges that we do, the best place that I find for a handhold is usually to the side. With the handhold to the side, it allows us to not have to worry about going forward into anything. We're not limited in any range forward or backwards here. All right, great. Okay, we will keep on going. Making sure that we're keeping that standing leg knee a little bit softer there if you can, Jenny. Yeah, the knee stays soft here. We don't have to completely lock the leg out. Awesome. That way we can stretch the hamstring more than the ligaments or tendons on the back side of the knee. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and then 1. We stand tall. Weights are down for now. We're going to go onto the wall with both hands. Wall push-ups are next. So we have 2 wall push-ups that we have the option of doing. We can either do a regular hand wall push-up where the fingers are pointed up, or we can rotate those fingers slightly in so we can target a little bit more of the tricep, and sometimes it can be a little easier on the wrist. So we'll find whatever angle works best for us, and it's 45 seconds of push-ups. Optional, you can add in a second pause at that bottom. So when you're on the wall, you can add in 1 second here before you push away. Okay, completely up to you. I'm going to just take my socks off because I'm sliding. Here we go, in 3, 2, and 1. Breath in, we lower towards that wall. Legs are squeezed. That's a nice push-up, Jenny, very nice. Exhale and push. Nice, Nancy. Good, we're good to be careful of what the shoulders want to do here. Try to not let those shoulders go up towards those ears. Yep, there you go. There you go, Jenny, yep. There you go, Nancy, perfect. We will keep on going. Breath in, making sure we're staying engaged to the core, engaged in the legs, not allowing those hips to sink forward first. That's the first thing that wants to go in the push-up. Awesome. Okay, and if it's not hard enough, add in that pause at the end of the movement. As we're close to that wall, add in a second pause. 1 second. Finish off 2 reps. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we rest here. Good. All right, not bad. Too easy, too hard? Or no, okay. We're at a good level of intensity then. All right, all right. You're okay, Jenny? Thumbs up? Okay, perfect. We're going to go into that one more time. Same thing, single leg deadlift and then wall push-ups again. 45 and 45, and then 45 again. Okay, nice and tall, hand hold on our surface, leg same side weight, bent behind. In 3, 2, and 1. Breath in, we hinge, knee soft. Exhale, drive the hip forward, stand tall. Alrighty. The slower we go down, the more tension we can put in that hamstring and that glute. So we can slow it down a little bit here. 3 seconds on the down, and then we can go up at a moderate rate there as well. Yep, these are beautiful. Let's keep going. Like I was saying, one of my favorite exercises that is challenging and that we can do at home. Okay, perfect. 10 seconds to go, so that means just a couple reps, depending on how slow we're going here. Maybe 1 more. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have a breather. Just enough time for us to stand, to switch the weight to the other hand, and then get set on the other leg. Other hand is on the wall, leg on the same side weight, bent. In 3, 2, and 1. Breath in, big toe stays down, hinge the hip back. Exhale, and then we stand tall. Good. Okay, so as we're hinging the hip back, we also want to make sure that we're putting the pelvis at a good position here to get that stretch in the hamstring. So that's probably going to be in a position where we have a little arch in that back and active through the upper back here. The low back has a natural arch to it, so we're just going to try to maintain that natural arch as we are hinging that hip. There we go. And that changes the game changer for the hamstring usually. Good. And so is actually keeping the toe a little more active. Toes active, pulled towards that shin. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then weights are down. Whew. Little breather here. We're back on the wall for our wall push-ups. Last round. And then more fun stuff with the legs to end off. All right, hands on the wall. Last round, 45 seconds push-ups. In 3, 2, and 1. Breath in, lower down. Remember, shoulder blade position here. Shoulder position. No shrugging. Shoulders in that back, shoulder blades in the back pocket. I almost said the wrong thing. Shoulder blades in the back pocket. Nice, Nancy. Good, strong position, Jenny. Let's keep going. Good. Let's try to take a nice slow breath in on the way down. Add in a pause at the close to wall position. Exhale and push. Last reps here. Slow down. Add in that pause. And exhale and push. Woo! 5 seconds. Last rep. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We rest there. Whew. Okay. Little breather for the finisher coming up. It's 30 seconds of 3 leg exercises that we're doing once through. For the first exercise, we're doing a sumo squat. So for a sumo squat, we're going to add weight to this one. 2 weights in front of the hips, 1 weight per hand, toes turned out, feet wide. We're going to go down to our sumo squat, and then we can have the option of adding in a bicep curl at the top, or for more challenge, you can bicep curl at the bottom. So you're holding more weight at the bottom there. So either bicep curl at the top, boom, or you can bicep curl at the bottom. 30 seconds for that. Right afterwards, 1 weight comes down. There you go, goblet. We're going squat to leg lift to side. Squat to leg lift to side. My side is a little bit also to the back, so it's about a 45-degree angle backwards as well. And then right after that, we're going squat to kick forward. So that's squat, knee up, and then slow kick. Squat, knee up, and then slow kick. This is going to be a burner for the legs. So we take things at our own pace, as we need to. Yeah, and then it's only 1 round through. Only 1 round. All right, we will get ready, starting with our sumo stance first. Let me get the right timer. Okay, sumo stance, feet wide, toes out, weights in front of the hips here to allow them to travel up and down smoothly. In 3, 2, and then 1, breath in. We go down, we can add that curl at the bottom. That's the harder version, or we can go down and we can add the curl at the top. Or you can alternate both of these actually. That's not a bad idea, doing 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top. All right, thanks for the idea, Nancy. Okay, we'll keep on going. Nice. A lot of work in those legs. 5 seconds here, then we do our squat to leg lift to side. In 3, 2, 1. Little tiny bit of a break here. Just put 1 weight down, 1 weight in goblet position. Maybe sideways goblet too works a little bit better here. And when we're ready, we'll go squat down, squat, shift, and then leg lift on one side up. Squat, shift our body weight into the other leg, and then leg lift. So we're alternating left and right. We're staying upright here during that leg lift. That means that we don't have to push very hard or high with that leg lift. It's a very small movement. Okay, whoo! 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. We stay here. A couple seconds to breathe. And then we're going into that squat, knee up, kick forward, replace. Squat, knee up, kick forward. So I keep emphasizing this. It's not a karate kick because we want to be careful of the knees here and hyperextending them. That's how we're taking it slow with that knee up, extending that leg slow, and then back down. Whew, I can feel my heart rate going up too here. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we rest. Whew. All right, hopefully nowhere close to a 10 out of 10, maybe 8, 9 out of 10. We breathe. Okay, little breather here. We're gonna take it on to some balance work next. 2 balance exercises coming up. For the first one, we're gonna be in a staggered stance. So staggered, heavy foot forward, light foot back, and we're gonna incorporate a slight lean and a slight hinge. So one more time, heavy foot, toe light, lean, and then slight hinge. Holding this position here. I'm so heavy in my front leg that I can lift my back leg here, no problem, but it's there to give me a little bit more balance. From here, we're gonna position ourselves close to a wall just in case. We're gonna close the eyes for 5 seconds at a time. Hand is here just in case. We close the eyes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the eyes, reset as we need to, and then we can come back again, or we can stay in the position. Up to you. But we're gonna stay with our 5-second intervals for our, where's my timer? 45 seconds. There it is. Okay, finding that hinge. finding that balance. Okay, eyes closed in 3, 2, and 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Eyes open, reset. We should be feeling quite amount of burn in the glute, nothing in the low back. So let's reset again. Find that hinge, light on the toes. Hand is hovering above our surface. Close the eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Open the eyes here. You can stay here if this is an okay position to stay in. And we'll do 2 to 3 more rounds of our 5-second hold. Heavy front leg again. Same side. 5 seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Eyes open. Reset. Let's go one more. One more for good luck. Heavy front foot. Light back foot. Eyes closed here. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes open. Whoo, shake that leg out. Burning, burning. Okay. Alrighty. Second side. We'll go on to our other leg. So same thing. Heavy front, light back, lean, hinge. All right. Once we're in position, we will get the eyes closed in 3, 2, and then 1. Eyes closed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes open. Reset if we need to. Whoo. Okay. Find position again. And eyes closed. Here we go. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes open. Reset again. Whoo. Let's go for 3 more here. The bonus one for good luck. Okay. Find position. Eyes closed from here. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Burning, burning here. This is the point of burn. Okay, reset. 2 more. Okay, close the eyes again. From here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, it's the point of no return. We got 1 more. One more. Okay, reset. Eyes closed here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes open. That was the last one. Okay, we shake that out. Burning, burning again. Okay, second balance exercise. A lot easier. We're going to be facing our wall, standing tall on one leg, bent behind us. We're going to clap in the middle and tap, reach across the wall, across on the wall in front of us. So what that looks like from if I was facing the wall, clap, tap, and tap. So we're reaching across the body here, fighting the rotation of the shoulders with the foot. Okay, 45 on one, and then we go right to 45 on the other. Stand tall. Find your stack, rib cage over pelvis. Clap in the center in 3, 2, and 1. Clap, and then tap, reach across. Clap, tap, reach across. If you want to make it harder, you can close the eyes here again. And that is a game changer for the foot and the ankle. And it's just a very light tap on that wall. We're not translating any weight into the wall necessarily. It's just a light kind of recalibration for the nervous system here to be like, oh, I am where I am in space. Okay, great. Nice job. The further we reach, the harder it's going to be to combat that rotation through the shoulders. So find that sweet spot that is challenging for the ankle, but not to where I feel like we're going to fall over. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that foot's done. Other leg to go. And then that's it for the balance work. Then we have the easier stuff on the ground. Easier is relative though. Okay, standing on the one leg, other leg is bent behind. In 3, 2, 1, tall, 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 clap in center and tap across. Tap in center and then reach across. Good. All right, and eyes open or eyes closed, completely up to you. Perfect. We will keep on going. We are almost there. All right, perfect. I'm glad no one can hear the dog in the background. He is having the nap of his life under the desk right now. Okay, last little bit. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we have a rest. Perfect. Whew. So challenging, but not too much. Ankle's probably on fire though. Yeah. All right, as long as the low back is okay. The low back is not talking too loud to us. Okay, breathe, water break. We're gonna go down to the ground, and then we're gonna finish off with our core and also a little bit more chest. So we're gonna take down our head support. So that means a pillow or a rolled up towel or something to support the head and the neck if we need it. And then also 2 lighter sets or 2 lighter weights here. So anywhere between 5 to max 10 pounds is gonna be the weight that we need. We're gonna start with chest flies first. So your weights are good for this, Nancy. But for you, Jenny, for the chest flies, if you haven't done this before, we want to start moderate, and then we can go up from there if anything. So I only have one weight, so I'm going to demonstrate with my imaginary weights here. My other weight is in the car, and I'm going to have this behind my head here too, sweater. I'm not prepared to demonstrate this exercise. Okay, we're going to also be working the legs a little bit more in this exercise too. Feet on the ground flat, but we're going to go up into a glute bridge. Hold the glute bridge at the top, and then we're going to go into our chest fly. So hands start towards each other, elbows slightly bent. We widen the space between the weights, stretching the chest here, and then exhale to return. So at the bottom position, we should feel a pretty good stretch in the front side of the chest and the shoulder before we exhale and return those weights to top position. Alrighty, so that's our first exercise, and then we're going to do a core exercise next while on the back here. Okay, so starting with the weights facing each other, we're going to go hold the glute bridge up. All right, so we're getting extra leg work, 45 seconds here. All right, hold that glute bridge. We're going to widen the weights in 3, 2, and 1. Wide with the weights. Exhale to return. Very nice. Breath in on the widen, exhale on the return. As we widen here, we want to keep tension through the chest to some extent here. So that usually means pushing the shoulder blades, or at least making sure there's contact between the shoulder blades and the ground. Yep, and opening up the chest at the very bottom position of the weight. So open chest, exhale to come back. Very good. Good, and no rest on the bottom, no rest at the bottom. So we open up, and we make sure not to tap the triceps to the ground here. So unless it's a very light tap. Otherwise, we're not resting the triceps on the ground. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we have a breather here. We have the option of using weights for this or not. To make this exercise weighted, we use 1 weight or 2 weights in the arms, nice and long. Knees are going to start bent here. We're going to tip the weight back behind us. 1 or 2 options. We're going to either go into a core kick, where we kick 1 leg at a time and come back, or you can straighten the knees and you can take it into a leg drop instead. This one's a lot harder. Straighten the knees and leg drop. So we have 45 seconds here. I'll start the timer from here, and then we'll get those legs up on top, knees on top of the hips, toes active towards ceiling, and we take a breath in. We'll extend the leg out in front of us. Exhale to return. That weight's going to stay in that same position, a little bit tipped back from its normal resting straight arm position here. So it's just a little bit tipped back. Okay, great. Nice. And we're really going to focus on lengthening the arms here with the weight in it. Yeah, there we go. Nice job. You got it, Jenny. All right. You got it, Nancy. Good. And the slower you go at the bottom position, the harder it's going to be. Slower you go, the harder it's going to be. All right, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then when we have a breather here, now we don't necessarily have to use the weight either. If that weight makes anything uncomfortable for us, we don't have to use the weight. The hands can rest either on the belly, or the hands can be unweighted too, in line with the shoulder here. So we don't have to go back with the weight. We can just keep the weight up in line with the trunk here as well. Okay, little breather. We're going to take it back to that chest press one more time, chest fly one more time. So for that chest fly, all right, the glute bridge is optional for this one too. So if you want to do the glute bridge, you can. If the legs are feeling very fatigued at this point, we don't have to. All right, here we go. Arms nice and long towards that ceiling, palms facing towards each other. Here we go, in 3, 2, and 1. Breath in, we open up that chest, and we exhale to come back in. Very nice. Perfect. You got it, Jenny. You got it, Nancy. All right. And this is our home stretch here. So if you do want to make it a little bit slower at the bottom to challenge yourself, you can definitely slow down that movement at the very bottom. You can even add in tiny, tiny bit of a hold before you exhale to return. Open up, add in the teeniest, tiniest hold before you come back to starting position. Okay, 5 seconds, last reps. Slow it down for 3, 2, 1, and we breathe. Great. All right, core to finish off here. So we have the options that I mentioned. The leg drop, the leg kick, with or without the weight. Completely up to us. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. We either keep the arms so they are in line with the shoulder, or we can tilt back here for that added extra bit of challenge, but all within reason. Breath in on the lengthen. Exhale on the return. Breath in on the lengthen of the leg. Exhale on the return. Toes are active towards ceiling. And we're making sure that we are at a position with the shins where we can balance that dinner plate on the shins without it shifting forward or back. All right, great. Finishing off here, we have 10 seconds to go. All right, take any rest that we need. No worries. For 4, 3, 2, and then 1. We have a breather here. Great. All right, we're going to take a second. I'm going to change if you have the playlist going, you have an option of pressing forward, I think once. Let me just double check. You can press forward once and take it into a slower song. It should either be, I think it was Tina Turner, or a very guitar-y song. But it's okay. Otherwise, you can leave it where it is too. We're going to stretch here. So on the ground, we will rotate onto a side lying position first, supporting the head with the hand. We'll go one leg behind us, knee nice and long away from the head. All right, and we are finding a position where we can keep the shoulders stacked, hips stacked vertically. All right, great. We'll breathe slowly in through the nose, exhaling with our sigh. One more. We'll release the leg from behind. We'll roll into the back here. We'll do a hamstring stretch next. So making sure to support the head. We're having something under the head and the neck here. Leg is down on one side. Leg is up towards the ceiling on the other. Hands grab the back of the thigh on that long leg towards the ceiling. Toes point down towards the shin. Knee straightens. And we relax the neck and the shoulders here. We breathe into the nose. And we exhale. We'll do one more. Relaxing. Then on this leg that we're stretching, we're going to cross the ankle over the knee on the other side. We're going to switch the hands over to the other leg. One hand around the inside thigh, other leg around the outside thigh. And then we'll do a figure 4 stretch here. If holding that leg in position already is enough while the other foot's on the ground, we can hold here and hang out here too. Whatever gives us a good stretch where we can keep relaxed and pain-free, that's a stretch for us. Okay, we're going to breathe in through the nose. And exhale with our sigh. After one more breath in and out. Then we can uncross the leg. We'll do a hamstring stretch of the leg that's in our hands or the other leg that we haven't done yet. So that leg goes towards the ceiling. Toes are flexed towards the shin. And we lengthen through this leg, straightening that knee, relaxing the other leg on the ground nice and straight as long as it feels comfortable. After one more breath in and out, we will cross the ankle over the knee on the other side again. So same thing. If the hanging out here is enough stretch for that hip, then we can hang out here. If we're going into a little bit deeper of a stretch, we're going to grab that leg that we're crossed on top of, just like how we would for that hamstring stretch. And then pull in that leg with the hands, drive the elbow into that open side or that bent side leg to get a little bit more of a stretch. Breath in through the nose. Exhale with our sigh. We'll do one more. And then after, we can release this leg, roll it onto the second side for our quad stretch. Same thing. We can either grab the top of the foot, the pant leg, or if we're wearing shoes, you can grab the tab of our shoes here as well as another option. Or even the toes, whatever gives us the option to get a stretch without pain. Breath in with the nose. Exhale with our sigh. We'll go for one more. And then we can release this stretch here. We have two options here for the inner thighs. We can either go into a frog stretch, which starts in tabletop, or you can roll into the back again and go into a butterfly stretch here, where the feet are together, the hips are nice and wide, and your hands can go onto the inner part of the thighs here to open up the hips into some more external rotation within reason. Tension but never pain. That's the goal. You can relax here. Couple of nice deep breaths. In through the nose. Exhale with the sigh. And one more. After that exhale, use the hands to help the knees to come back up to that 90-degree position. We will roll all together to tabletop, so that means rolling onto the side, and then coming up from the side to transition to a knees down, hands down position. We'll take the hips back from our tabletop position, and then the fingers forward. You can either keep the head up or you can rest the forehead down on your mats. So whatever allows us to feel comfortable here. We do want to lengthen through those fingertips. Breath in through the nose. Exhale with our sigh. We'll do one more. Bonus breath in. So we can exhale and come up to tabletop slow. Take a second to recalibrate here if we need. And then we can come up to kneeling nice and slow. And then we can have the option of doing this next one from kneeling or standing. We're going to do the chest. With the fingers, we're going to interlace the fingers behind the back. Lengthen the arms behind us. Open up the chest by squeezing the shoulder blades together. But keeping it mindful of the rib cage and sternum position here. We want to make sure the ribs don't go too far forward. We'll do a nice slow breath in through the nose. Exhale with our sigh. Then one more. We can release the hands from behind the back after that next sigh. And then with the hands, we're going to interlace the fingers beneath the base of the skull here. We're going to try out our trap stretch. So we're going to apply a little bit of upwards pressure on the back, bottom side of that skull. Go down with the chin, down with the forehead. So we should feel a nice stretch happening in the back side of the neck here, as long as we're not losing height through the spine. We'll do two more nice deep breaths. And then after, we can exhale and release the hands. And then we should be good. All right. Okay, you can shake that out. Okay, hopefully everyone's feeling good after the class. Any questions at all? Yeah?